Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another workshop, day 5 today. I just want to check to make sure I'm live. I was doing a recording and it showed me that I wasn't live, so I want to make sure that the tech is on my side because universe has been playing tricks on me. So I have to be more mindful around the some of these details. So, am I live here on Facebook? If you could see me, please send me a chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that I know that I am alive or live and alive, and you all can see me and hear me. So see the chat function here. Okay, so let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to check my sources to make sure that I am live. All right, says I'm live. Very nice. Perfect. All right. Welcome back. Day 5. Cheryl, thank you so much. I could see you. Thank you. It's so good to have connected with you. Thank you so much for letting me know because I'm streaming live everywhere. So my friend Cheryl Stella, amazing, amazing woman and soul, is on LinkedIn. So go ahead and connect with her, and wherever you're watching this live today, let's all connect. Souls only need to connect. That's kind of what our life's purpose is. So thanks so much for coming back. Day 5, wrapping it up with leadership, right? Leadership, systems and leadership. Those are the last 2 pillars that I want to share with you today, because that kind of wraps up the pillars that are needed to build a self-led company, right? It doesn't have to be hard at all. On day 1, we casted the vision. With no vision, there's no implementation. Day 2, we talked about branding. Day 3, we talked about marketing. Day 4, we talked about sales. And today, again, I'm going to wrap this up with systems and leadership. And the reason why I love the last one the most is because it's all about people, right? Bringing in amazing humans and souls around your vision to complementarize the vision that you have, and then to bring your vision to life, to grow your company, to create impact, to do all the amazing things, to grow your profits, to grow your impact, to further your legacy, all those things, to tap into your freedom. I just remember that one, which is really important for a lot of us, including myself, to help you be free from the tasks and the day-to-day stuff that you don't feel called to really work on, right? Because as the leader of your company, as the head chief operator, right? As the CEO, you are the head of the company, right? And then the body is everybody else. So that's all got to be in alignment, right? Just like personal life, like human life. My mission is to humanize business. I look at everything holistically. So you are the head, right? Or you could be the soul. That would be our conversation today. And then you align your heart, body, and soul with the right people that can support your vision and mission. So that's why I'll start with systems. Anything that, company, again, your operations are really the implementation of your vision. That's how I like to look at it, very simply. Sometimes all these big words or tough words, or I don't know what kind of words, that carry some toxicity for people, are really, just thinking and looking at these more from the human approach, I think helps a lot of us. At least it helps me. So I hope it helps you too. So it's really operations. So how do we streamline the operations so you are not killing yourself and you are working on very high intentional activities in your business, or high intentional, high level visionary work, right? So that you can integrate the right systems and people to support you. And I always go to systems first, right? Because again, we are living in a world where technology is here. So why not use it as a tool, right? I think that should be our servant as humans, rather than, us do vice versa. So we are in the world of AI, and we can automate and we can streamline a lot of processes that maybe you're doing day to day between all your the pillars that we talked about, and maybe in your marketing, maybe in your sales, maybe in your systems, maybe in your branding, all the pillars that are needed. If there's things that you're doing on your day to day and they are rinse and repeat type of things, and you're not necessarily the one that cares about doing them. And I would challenge you to care about doing many things that you don't like to do, because that is the point of this conversation, so that you clarify what you need to focus on at the different and wherever you are in the journey of the growth of your business, right? Because business is like human life. You might be the timing might be you need to catch the timing. You need to be mindful of the timing of where you are in the phases of growth. So understanding that is really important, so that again you can compartmentalize the rest of your systems and your team. So it's kind of how it always works in beautiful harmony. This is how it always works at high level. The one system you ever need that I just swear by, that I use in my company and that I'm going to scale with, is just GoHighLevel. I don't know if you have heard of GoHighLevel. I use it with all my clients. They're also a very big visionary company. They're here to stay. They disrupted the industry. They have killed a lot of small businesses, um, in a good way, because I think innovation is important. I don't mean this by, negativity, like they've killed other business so they can, be powerful. But I think there's definitely a strong leader with a vision, because a lot of the things that we're doing in our business anyway, which are needed, like our calendars, our funnels, our emails, our social medias, our ads, all these things which are important to grow in the material sense, they're all in one spot for a very commodious price. So that's why I believe they're the leader in systems and processes. For now, they are a SaaS product, a software as a service. So they serve businesses like us in the service space. I will include the link to my affiliate link, so I would appreciate it. You would support me also, if you could use that. I think there's a 30-day free trial that comes with my link. I will include that at the bottom of this video. So you can feel free to check that out. I promise you, it will focus you better, because I know how it is when you have a million platforms that you're signed up with and a lot of tools. You'll streamline everything. Everything is in one spot, and you can save so much time, and then eventually align the team aspect with it as well. So that's really what I recommend for the systems. Now, the team aspect is really the beautiful integration. Once you have clarity on your operational processes and what is needed at the right phase and stage of your scaling, and you have a very solid business model that aligns with where you are in your calling and service and all of that, right? Because I think business models, even though they can get very confusing, it's not really that hard. It's really about what do you feel called, what kind of work do you feel called to do with your company right now? I mean, that's kind of how I look at it, right? Because we all start with whatever service. I started with doing resumes, believe it or not. That was the problem I wanted to solve at that moment, because I didn't know I could solve bigger problems, right? Because you got to build, and that's okay. We all start somewhere, and now I'm where I am. And you are where you are. So that's the point. Your business model evolves, and it should. If it's not evolving, you're going to die. Sorry about that, but it's true. In business, just like life, this process of evolution is alive and well. So keep evolving, keep growing, keep expanding. Honestly, there's no such choice as you just stay small in business. I hear a lot of business owners like, well, I just, don't want a big business. I just want like me, myself, and I. I've rarely seen that that's what they want. After I do some inner work and ask some really tough love questions and some very loving questions, of course, to get to the depth of why you want what you want, because most of the decisions we make are from the wrong place. And they're because we have a lot of blocks, not because our soul mission and purpose is actually small. Our soul's mission and purpose is huge. All of our soul's missions and purposes are huge. And you were not going to fulfill them in this lifetime. Sorry to hear that. I thought that was that was like a hit to my ego, right? Because when you, when you lead with ego, the ego is like, it wants you to be powerful. It wants you to be like, a big CEO to a big company, status, all of that. But there's no such thing when you're leading, when you're killing the ego and leading with spirit, um, which I'll tell you how we're going to get there. Is the journey to evolution. At the end, I have something that I'm putting together with that to do both type of works, meaning material work and then spiritual work. Um, but anyway, just for the sake of this and this point in my conversation is that yeah, ego's got to be killed. It's not good for us. I mean, it has a purpose. It's, it wants to like humanly, keep us safe in the human survival mode. But that's about it. There's always a war between the ego and the soul, right? And the soul always gonna work to kill the ego. And when that's killed in leadership in your company, then all that's left is just beautiful harmony, and you'll get all the results you ever wanted, right? Because leadership to me nowadays is all about uniting and complementarizing. I think that's the right word. A beautiful souls and light around you, right? That's really what it is, because your clients are souls, and they have their light, and your team have the same thing, and you attracting the right partners. There's two ways to play this game of business, and well, there's only one way actually. You don't chase, you attract, right? We all love to do that with our marketing. I haven't really met anyone, including myself, that wanted to just chase clients and chase the opportunities and chase people. It's a very hard thing to do. And it's tiring. That's where hustling happens, burnout. That's where all of that low level stuff lives. But when you are at this level, you're attracting. And when you are attracting, you always win in life and business. So that's kind of the level of leadership that I think is really necessary to grow beyond the vision and to have all the results that physically, materially companies want, right? They want their profits. They want to do things easy. They want their business models to be easy. They want to work on things daily that are important to them. They want to do work they love that's contributing beyond themselves. They want to do meaningful work. They want to use business like as their channel to freedom, to legacy building, and all these things. And all of these are possible, is what I'm saying, right? So leadership is really just getting the right people around you, and it's almost like your vision is the umbrella. Your vision is like the big umbrella, because that's the company and the structures you have built. But you can have other partners and soul partners around you, meaning your team, because we're talking about team today, that will your the safe space you have created. They can be right with you, alongside with you. I don't want to say under, but you're almost like the protector and the connector, and then everybody else is aligning with you. And the point of this is not to just drive your own mission forward in an egoistic way, in the selfish way, but to align with others so that we're all driving our missions forward. We're just doing it under this big umbrella that is called your company. That's really the highest level of building talent that I've seen also physically when I worked for a big corporation, helping other people align their values, vision, mission under your umbrella, and being open to creating new structures so that people could do that, whether it's your compensation structures, whether it's your role responsibility structures, whether it's your culture, right? And these are all like language we understand. So that's kind of how, I think leadership works at the highest level. We got three levels of pretty much where these fields stand. We got the money, we got business, and we got leadership. And leadership is always going to be the highest level. And if you're going to live your life's mission and purpose, you're already a leader, right? You just need to discover more about your leadership. And these things that we hear, am I a born leader or not? If you don't have the ability, the natural ability of leadership, it can be learned. I've I've worked on so many things that I thought I could never do, because I want to develop myself in all those areas because they all align with the bigger vision. So once your bigger vision is clear, you can learn anything. We can improve anything. We can train ourselves to do anything. And that's the beautiful part about expanding your vision as a leader and growing a company that's way, way beyond you, because that's how it really should be. And of course, that's a big asset when you're trying to exit. Maybe there's a point in your journey that you just no longer feel compelled to focus on that purpose because a new light opened up and then you have a newfound purpose. It's a very natural process. And now you have created the system structures, and it's an asset so that that can continue on its own if you want to continue to build other businesses, let's say, or focus on something else in whatever phase and stage of your journey, because life is like the stages, right? At a certain stage you focus on one thing and that is really the thing you want to do, but then you expand as you grow, especially when you do soul work. You're always expanding, because there's no such thing as small in that world. So I think it's important to understand that the journey continues and you can evolve as a leader. And at the end of the day, really the mission of a leader is to shine other people's lights, to tap into your own light and to use your light to shine into other people's lights or help them shine their light and move people from darkness into light. That's really the soul's journey path, right? 95% of people are in dark right now in the world, darkness. So 5% of us might be, I don't want to say enlightened because that's more ego, but we just, we see what maybe somebody else doesn't see, and vice versa. There's many things that people see that I don't see. So it's not ego driven, visionary, or integrator. It's more soul driven, meaning we all can be mirrors for one another. And the more you do inner work and the more you're aligned with some of these concepts, the more your light shines, and then your energy will impact other people. So we'll feed off each other's energy. And we can always co create better at that level. So that's kind of how, the new world is being built. And my mission is to now align the purpose piece with profits, which has always been my mission anyway. It's just expanded and at a different level because of I've shared it many times, my own spiritual awakening event, catalyst in my life, which has only happened a month ago. And it's been personal development on steroids. I think that's how I would define it. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share. That's kind of all I feel to kind of feel called to share at this point around the pillars, all the different pillars. I really hope that that's the point of this, to connect dots, to be the guide, to just share what I think is helpful, share my experience. Right now, the work that I'm feeling called to do is just more integration and connecting dots. So I'm focusing more in my community of growing my community of spiritually aligned conscious leaders, doing inner soul work, because that is the highest level type of work you can ever do. You'll be in that 1% of other people, not because you're better than others, you'll just be more elevated and ascended. And then you can help more other people. So it's not ego driven. You're not the top 1% because you're the best person out there and it's egoistic. It's in service. You want to be up there so that you could see the darkness in others and help them heal their light. Right? So that's the point of soul work. And of course, selfishly, tons of results. All of the areas of your lives will be high level. You'll be woken up, right? Awake is the community that I'm leading. Whatever results you've been wanting in the material world, material success, money, health, relationships, a healthy business, a growing business, spiritual alignment, inner fulfillment, inner realization, very much in line with your purpose and mission, and just a lot of feeding of good energy and love and light. Those are kind of the results that are available in my life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these are available. I want to ensure that I do what I can to make sure everybody else accesses their journeys and their individual life's purpose and mission. Um, so those are the results when you do inner soul work. With the community Awake, we meet every other week because I realized the structures of creating space, safe spaces, and every other week for 2 hours to lead each other to kind of facilitate such conversations are definitely more than enough. Because with this type of work, it's also energetic, like you feel good and you're light and things have shown up, but it's also very tiring work. So we got to balance the work. So I have set up the structures that I have for that purpose. So every other week we meet for 2 hours on Zoom. It is virtual, and my mission is to expand it live, because live interactions, we all know, are the best ones. But this will be a virtual community. The soul investment for this one is 2,500 for the month. And I don't do material marketing. So if your soul feels like it's in the right place, you continue. If you feel like it's not the right fit and community, you stop. You got to honor that. That I want you to promise me. You have to honor your soul's calling and where you are sitting with that. Obviously, I will facilitate a lot of blocks if there's blocks that come up, because obviously that's the healing work. I'm there for that. Don't worry about that piece. But that will be the soul investment for the community. And who is this for? I say any soul that wants to ascend, any soul that wants to, live out their life's purpose and mission. Really, that's kind of all there is. That's the qualifying criteria. However, I obviously know my amazing community here. It's all entrepreneurs and CEOs, because that was my calling, because my strength and the pillars that I'm feeling called to serve my life's purpose are business leadership and leadership. But beyond that, I'm a connector. A dot connector is what I call it. So you can be a soul that wants to improve, uh, be at that high level and ascend, or you can be in your personal development journey for a long time. However, you're like, how can I speed this up? Let's join us. Or you can just be where I am, spiritually awoken, and now you just need support to navigate this journey. So you'll find tons of people there that are, we are united by that. Um, And that's it. I think the ultimate result is that you find and live in your light, and automatically, as a byproduct, you'll be doing that for others. That is the main result of this type of, in business world, lingo, marketing lingo. This is the big result that you'll be achieving in the big transformation, for sure. I guarantee that, for sure. So yeah, if you have found any of this helpful, let me know. If not, you know that I'm always here to support one another. So we're connected now virtually. Maybe we'll see each other in other spaces. I've always seen humans as partners in my journey. I never saw humans as leads. I never saw humans as sales. I never saw humans as numbers. And I never got carried away by just ego stuff, where if you don't join my staff or pay for my programs or whatever business model I feel called to serve with, then you're not good enough, or you shouldn't be around me. I always like that, always like icked me. So let's continue to stay in the journey. You never know when the next meeting point is, and our timekeeping implementation is working in the back end, and we might meet somewhere else. So thank you so much for being here every day, showing up for you, showing up for me, supporting you. And just, yeah, love and light. I'll see you around. And if you have any questions around the community, just send me a message and we'll go from there. Bye, everybody.